I have the right to be treated with courtesy and respect and in a way that fully recognizes my individuality and respect my dignity.
I have the right to be protected from abuse. I have the right not to be neglected by the licensee or staff.
I have the right to be properly sheltered, fed, groomed, and cared for in a manner consistent with my needs. I think that was the best one.
I have the right to live in a safe and clean environment.
I have the right to exercise the rights of a citizen.
I have the right to be told who is responsible for and who is providing my direct care.
I have the right to be afforded privacy in the treatment and in the caring for my personal needs.
The right to have my own participation in decision-making respected.
I have the right to keep and display personal possessions, pictures, and furnishings in my room, subject to safety requirements and the rights of other residents.
I have the right to participate fully in the development, implementation, review, and revision of his or her plan of care, give or refuse consent to any treatment, care, or services for which his or her consent is required by law, and to be informed of the consequences of giving or refusing consent. Participate fully in making any decision concerning any aspect of his or her care, including any decision concerning his or her admission, discharge, or transfer to or from a long-term care home or a secure unit, and to obtain an independent opinion with regard to any of these matters, and have his or her personal health information within the meaning of the Personal Health Information Protection Act 2004 kept confidential in accordance with that act, and to have access to his or her records of personal health information, including his or her plan of care in accordance with that act.
Yeah.
I have the right to receive care and assistance towards independence based on a restorative care philosophy to maximize independence to the greatest extent possible. Now I got it this time. That's as much as I'm doing.
I have the right not to be restrained except in limited circumstances provided for under this act, and subject to the requirements provided under this act.
To communicate in confidence, receive visitors of my choice, and consult in private with any person without interference.
Every resident who is dying or who is very ill has the right to have family and friends present 24 hours per day.
I have the right to designate a person to receive information concerning any transfer or any hospitalization of the resident, and to have that person receive that information immediately.
Every resident has the right to raise concerns or recommend changes in policies and services on behalf of himself or herself or others to the following persons and organizations without interference and without fear of coercion, discrimination, or reprisal, whether directed at the resident or anyone else, the resident's council, the family council, the licensee, and if the licensee is a corporation, the directors and officers of the corporation, and in the case of a home approved under Part 8, a member of the committee of management for the home. Under the section 132 or of the board of management for the home under section 125 or 129. Staff members, government officials, or any other person inside or outside the long-term care facility.
I have the right to form friendships and relationships and to participate in the life of the long-term care home.
I have the right to have my lifestyle and choices respected.
I have the right to anticipate in the residence council.
Go ahead and read.
I have the right to meet privately with my spouse or another person, or in a room that assures privacy. But my wife shouldn't know.
I have the right to share a room with another resident according to the mutual wishes if appropriate accommodation is available, and you better not get me into any trouble.
I have the right to pursue social, cultural, religious, spiritual, and other interests to develop my potential and to be given reasonable assistance by the license to pursue these interests and to develop my potentials. Yeah.
I have the right to be informed in writing of any law, rule, or policy affecting services provided to me and of the procedures for initiating complaints.
I have the right to manage my own financial affairs unless I lack the legal capacity to do so.
I have the right to be given access to protected outdoor areas in order to enjoy outdoor activity unless the physical setting makes this impossible.
Yes, that's good. The right to have any friend, family member, or other person of the importance to me attend any meeting with the licensee or the staff of the house.